Good evening. It's great to be here. I have been a university professor for about 11 years, and it might come surprising to you, but I'm interested in education. Oh, you too? And about 20 years ago, I came to the United States for the first time to attend a graduate school. But somehow, I ended up in the lowest level of English as second language program. And I was wondering why. And I went to my first class, and I realized that I didn't speak a word of English. I didn't understand anything. So from that moment, everything I do here in this country became an educational activity. And eventually, that became my research interest. I'm a gerontologist by training. The gerontology is the study of aging process. We use life course perspective. Life course perspective is a framework for us to better understand complex aging process using entire life history. We usually organize life course in three parts: education, work, leisure, or sometimes retirement. And I want to use education and learning somewhat interchangeably in this talk. There are three types of education. Formal education occurs at recognized educational institutions and usually result in degree or certificate. So if you come to UMBC, you get bachelor's degree in sociology, for example. That's a formal education. Non-formal education can happen anywhere. It's an organized educational activity, but it does not result in degree or certificate. So this Grit X talk event is a good example of non-formal education. Just to be clear, you don't get bachelor's degree tonight just because you came here. Informal education is somewhat trickier because virtually anything, like reading a book, volunteering in a community, can be informal educational experience, depending on your life stage and social role. And I want to mostly focus on the formal education today. In the United States, about 44% of adult population has post-secondary degree. And when I was developing this slide, somehow I thought it would be a good idea to adjust the font size based on percentage. So professional degree has font size of 1. Doctoral degree has font size of 2. Now I'm realizing that that was not a good idea. But I just saw some of you still trying to read, so thank you for trying, and it just made my day. And when I ask people why they got their degree, the most common response is to get the job. But the benefits of education goes above and beyond getting a job. And I want to talk about the wider benefits of education based on 3 capital model. The human capital is a well-known concept in economics. It is a set of skills, knowledge, and credentials that would benefit your economic activities, such as getting a job, increasing your wage. The relationship between education and income is quite clear. If you have high school degree, you can expect median lifetime income of $1.5 million. But it becomes twice more if you have graduate degree, $3.1 million, even though there is some within-group variability. Social capital is the resource that we can derive from our social network and social norms. Social capital promotes civic, cultural, political, and social participations. One form of civic participation, formal volunteering. People with higher educational attainment are more likely to volunteer through organizations. Even though this does not capture informal volunteering, shared values and the norms can create more cohesive community, and society. Identity capital is about your self-concept. Identity capital can boost your self-confidence, self-efficacy, and motivation to learn. My own research, along with other researchers' work, clearly show that having post-secondary degree is closely linked with greater motivation to learn, which triggers subsequent educational activities. In a way, education can help us be ourselves, become ourselves, and find a place where we can belong. These three capital is sort of intermediate outcome. So what are the actual benefits of education over the life course? Education can boost your economic and social mobility. Education can improve your health and subjective well-being, such as happiness and life satisfaction. Education can promote your social participation, and therefore you'll be more heavily involved in community and society. And education promotes further education. Last several years, my collaborators, my graduate students, and I have been working on this topic. And the following is one of the key findings. Education actually promotes what I call life course fitness. Whenever we hear this term fitness, we always think about physical fitness, muscular strength, muscular endurance, cardiovascular endurance, flexibility, and body compositions. But what I mean by life course fitness here is that set of foundational skills. These include adult literacy skills, numeracy skills, digital problem-solving skills, and soft and 21st century skills, such as interpersonal, communication, and the leadership skills. These foundational skills are just like your muscle. If you don't use it, you're going to lose most of it over time. So this is exactly why it's so important for us to be continuously engaged in educational activities. And if we could do that, education can get us into this positive cycle of benefit-giving process over the life course. Earlier, I showed you this three-part life course model: education, work, and leisure. Gerontologists are now arguing that education, work, leisure should be integrated across the lifespan. So my take-home message for you today is our education should be a lifelong process. Our education should go life-wide. To answer the question of when does our education end, the answer is simply never. Our education should be always to be continued to maximize the wider benefits of education over the life course. Thank you.